The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on this program are the speaker's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of the Bunk Collective and its affiliates. The material and information presented here is for general information and entertainment purposes only. This program might include strong images or language and may not be suitable for all audiences. This podcast was mainly created for fun and entertainment, and because we're the only podcast that has a big enough bravado to talk about all these. Viewer discretion is advised.
So, mate, that's probably something that I wouldn't say like in real life.
So, mate, how you going?
I'm surprised. I'm surprised you haven't adopted the accent yet.
Yeah, I
Like it's been a
haven't,
while, right?
and I'm glad because I actually like the way I speak in terms of like English and how my diction is. I like my own accent.
Yeah.
Australian accent is beautiful. It has its own charm, but I like my own.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. And I used to work for a shell company, and a lot of the things that people normally say is that it's like we can't understand it. I was like,
Oh,
what are you?
yeah. Actually,
And I'm
there's
like,
some with people who have hard, like
oh
really
yeah,
hard
yeah,
Australian
for
accent,
sure,
like.
yeah. But I'm like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. It's like I love the accent. I can understand it 100%. It's like it's just because of work, just because of talking to clients and talking to people. It's like, oh, blah 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 blah. Oh, good day. You know, it's like so
The
good.
closest you can get to is good eye, mate.
Yeah, that's it. That's the closest I can go. But yeah, it's like, how have you been doing? It's like I know you've been super busy.
I have,
Um,
yes.
and it's been a while since you've guested back here on the pod. And
Yes.
we'll do the intros and stuff later on. But it's like I just wanted to. It's like, what have you been up to? The last time you were here, this was just a plan. It's like you going
Yes.
somewhere. It was just plans, and now here
Mm-hmm.
you are. It's like what, almost 2 years now in
Mm-hmm.
Australia. It's like that's
Yeah.
freaking
Oh, well,
nuts.
it's not close. It's close to my 1 year here in Australia.
Oh, close to
I
your one
only
year. Okay.
arrived like last year, February 8th. So
Uh
this
huh.
year, February 8th will mark my 1 year.
Your 1 year.
Yay!
Crap.
Yeah. And yeah, I've
So,
just been super busy because being an international student is obviously going to be a whole ordeal. You have a lot of cultural barriers to maneuver through,
yeah.
and being in a university like where I am,
Hmm.
it's a huge thing. Like
Oh yeah, for sure.
apparently, my university is one of the top 20, like top one of the top universities in the world. I was like, and that's
That's
like a lot of
super
pressure.
cool.
And during our teaching weeks, I could tell why it's the
It's the
top
top
20.
20. Yeah.
Well, like like I'm not sure if it's top 20, but for sure in the top, and
Yeah.
one of the tops, and it's just it can get really difficult. Because
Yeah.
like I had the convenience of having multiple choice tests and everything back in the Philippines,
That's true.
but here, oh my
No?
god, like everything is like explain. You
Oh
know,
no, it's
everything is
that.
identification,
Yeah.
analyze,
Yeah.
criticize, and everything. So it's like, oh my god, you actually
So
have to know stuff.
I kind of love it and hate it at the same time. It's
Yeah.
like just for context, over the past couple of weeks, I've been trying to get to study again.
Oh, that's
So
great.
I applied to like the UPs and the USTs and stuff, and
Mm-hmm. What
it's like
course?
multimedia studies.
Oh, love
Um
that.
so I'm like, okay, I'm super into like, the podcasting thing and producing videos and stuff. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, it's like multimedia is the way to go. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I applied and stuff, and then UP came back to me and was like, oh, your GPA should be so and so and so and so,
Mm.
and because you're a
Mm.
transferee in basically. It's
Mm-hmm.
like they didn't ask me to do the upcat or
Mm.
whatever
Mm-hmm.
kasi nga it's like I had a different course which I
Mm.
finished, and then eto na siya ulit. It's like,
Mhm.
my minors aren't a thing. And then so and so needs to be your grade. And I was like so disheartened because I wasn't the most studious.
Mm, mhm, mhm.
So I was like, oh no, it's like I don't even think like I can get there, It's like but
Yeah.
it's like lately that's what I've been doing. So I can't say I relate with you, but it makes me question if I still want to do this. If you get what I mean.
Mm, mm.
Because
Yeah, that's really one of the dark sides to education. Like you can be someone who's actually full of potential for that area or that career. It's
mhm,
just that you did not have the right resources or the right techniques growing
mhm.
up to, get the numbers right based on their standards. So like sometimes it's just really hard for
But there is a benefit right now, right? With AI
mm.
and GPT being there, and it's like, it's like I think the people that study now might have it harder in a sense where the questions are like the history is more broad now, right? It's like compared
Mm.
to where we were back then. But
Mhm.
they also have the benefit of having the internet when we didn't at that time, or it's like we were at the the very small, well, probably I did, not you, but it's like back then it's like the internet was just like for printing stuff. We
Mm.
didn't really rely on the internet to freaking just
Yeah.
get everything there.
Yeah, people have
So
AI to make outlines for them now,
that's true, yeah.
to
Yeah,
summarize their notes for them and everything.
which is fantastic, right? It's like I could have
Yeah.
sworn the people that graduated during the pandemic had it easier because they couldn't detect AI yet, but AI is starting to become a thing, so they probably leveraged that. And
Mm.
I don't know, it's like
Yeah,
I would love to
it's a
study
gray
again, but
area for education.
that's true. I would love to study again, but very much
Yeah.
disheartened about
Yeah, don't be
all of the
disheartened
things.
by the numbers.
Oh
There's
man, I
going
don't
to
I don't
be a
know.
way.
Ash, I'm 30. I'm turning 31 in May.
31 is just like 11 years old in adult years, okay? You are young. We are all young. We are
I love it.
youthful.
Yes.
Yes.
Probably
Positive
youthful. I
thinking.
don't know about young. But
Yes,
not
30 is
even
still
youthful,
young.
probably childish. It's like there's a difference. But yeah, welcome back to the Kingdom Podcast season 4. This is
Thanks for having
Yuuki.
me.
Over here, ladies and gents, we have one third of the fantastic bubbly team from Spill the Soju. Ashley is back on the mother effing show, and
Hello.
it's like I'm just really like I said, Ashley is one of my favorite guest co-hosts here on the show.
Oh my
It's always
gosh.
a
The
fun
pressure.
conversation. It's like I kid. It's like that's not even a joke. It's like I kid you not. You are really one of like I would want to say like the conversation is always fun. Whenever I have you around,
Oh,
and
thank you.
I'm so glad you're here amidst the time zone difference. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
we're
It's just
here.
3 hours. No
Oh yeah, it's just
problem.
3 hours. Yeah, fair enough. So
No
we got
worries.
we got Ashley here, and we're gonna talk about boy groups.
Mm.
Oh, Yuki, what the hell? Boy groups? Like you never talk about boy groups, exactly, because
It's time to talk about it.
yeah. So let's talk about it. And this might be a very controversial topic, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna do like a tournament based episode where we listed which like the list that we have we were both happy about. For
Mm-hmm.
to preface this,
Mm-hmm.
we listed our top 16 boy groups,
Mm-hmm.
and we're not just talking about the current gen, we're talking
Mm.
about all of the boy groups. So the topic, or
Yes.
basically the episode today, is the top boy group, or the best boy group of all time. And this is going to break a lot of hearts, and
Yes.
probably going to be a very controversial episode, but it's
Yeah.
like we got to be here, and we got to,
Yeah.
but I know you and I, Ash, it's like you and I will be a bit subjective about a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
So I wanted to let you know that um I got a friend of mine to basically be an arbiter to
Mm.
join us here on the show. Kasi nga, it's like probably gonna be referee and stuff. So
Yeah, yeah.
wanted to let you meet my friend here. Kung makakapag-log in na siya. But yeah, I don't know if you probably it's like if you listen to the podcast, everyone, you would probably know who this person is.
Yeah.
Bakit ako? It's like I don't know if my friend is making things work out right now. Are you okay?
Well, wait.
So here's
Oh,
the
hello.
arbiter. So I got my
That's my
friend
best friend
here.
right there.
Chels.
Hi.
I'm so glad she got she got that reaction. You know what? It's like while I was talking and stalling, I was shaking. It's like I don't even know. It's like why am I so excited for this surprise? You know, it's like so. Chelsea is here.
Hey.
It's
Oh my
basically a
gosh,
Spill
she's
the
wearing
Soju
the
episode.
hoodie. I'm gonna wear the hoodie as well. Hold on.
Okay, go for it.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
take your time. Let me talk to the arbiter here.
Hey.
Chels, how are you doing, bud?
Hi, Yuuki. Sorry, natagalan. Medyo
No,
tech
it's cool.
stuff.
It's cool. Like I tried to do the intro as short as I could, but yeah, it's like it still took 10 minutes,
Yeah.
but whatever.
Yeah. I mean,
So
hello. Ano bang bago ngayon? Ganun rin
so
naman.
thanks for hopping in. It's like nanginginig ako. But sabi ko, ba't nanginginig ako? Iniintay ko lang naman na bumalik siya. Ay, na pumasok siya. I was like, what the hell?
Oh well.
So we talked we prefaced it by saying that, oh, by the way, for everyone listening, this is Chelsea from Spill the Soju. So if you guys don't know, this is basically a Spill the Soju episodes, like if you guys don't know.
Yo.
I'm gonna be subbing for Katie. But yeah, she knows about the whole like topic,
Yes.
so she's gonna try and be the arbiter. There you go, there's the hoodie.
Emphasis on try.
Hell yeah. Like she's wearing a hoodie at this weather in Australia right now. It's insane.
Yeah. So just to preface it, because when Yuki messaged me kaninang umaga, and then
I just messaged her earlier
yeah,
today.
he
Oh
just
my
messaged me
God.
today, and then he showed me what you guys will be talking about. I was like, I am the most unqualified person to
Oh my gosh. At the Chelsea.
She was like, I'm
When
gonna pick
Yuki
this group out of everyone, hands down. It's
yeah.
like, okay, that's why you're not gonna join. You're gonna arbit.
But then I also felt the same way when Yuki invited me to guest for this topic. I was like, I am the most unqualified person to go on a debate, a tournament even when it comes to boy groups.
But you know what? I feel like all three of us, may mga manok tayo eh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
For sure.
I'm pretty sure, right?
For sure.
But at least like for myself, like I'm gonna try and be as objective
As we
as
yeah.
I could. And I'm pretty sure, like Ash, Chels, you'll probably also try. And like Chels, you're not only gonna arbit. We'll hear your thoughts about it as
Yeah.
well.
Emphasis on
Kasi
try.
being the one in the middle, you know, you got you gotta be there. You gotta be a
Fine.
trooper. So this is gonna be a pretty controversial episode. What's new?
Yeah.
So we listed down our top 16
I
groups.
attempted. I
Yeah.
had like a couple of more that I really wanted to put in. Just a
Okay.
disclaimer to everyone listening.
That's true. Yeah.
There's definitely more.
Oh, we had more, yeah, for sure. It's like
Yeah.
we initially wanted top 25, but
Yeah.
it was just too hard to list down 25.
For sure.
Mhm.
So we did 16. And I'm
Yeah.
going to list them down for everyone to know.
Mhm.
In no particular order.
Yeah.
The list that we have is Super Junior, N hyphen, NCT, Big Bang, 2PM, Treasure. Wow. Actually, like I wanted to put Dongbang Shinki here, but I think TVXQ as a variant of it
Mm.
probably had more if you get what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they continue. It's like I think TVXQ is a better group than JYJ.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd probably put TVXQ here than Dongbang Shinki.
Mm.
Got it.
It's like no hate on JYJ. I'm just saying that TVXQ really continued the stride of where Dongbang Shinki left off.
Mm.
So I'm gonna put TVXQ here. We got EXO. We got Shiny. We got TXT. You got Sebenten,
Hey.
17. We have Checkies. If you guys don't know, that's a Gen 1 group. Stray Kids, GOT7, HOT, and BTS.
Mm.
So that's our list of top 16. We're
Yeah.
going to do it as like a tournament. So
Mhm.
I listed all these in a bracket at random, and we're going to basically run through them and create our argument. Not really argument, but have
Just
our
give some
thoughts on a lot.
reasons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
give reason on a lot of the these stuff. So I guess we're good. Everyone, ladies, are we ready to do this?
Yes.
Oh, look at Chelsea. Wow. Like ready though siya. Let's see. So the first one, I don't want to say like all these are like not some of these will be easy for us, but it's like probably some of these would be easier in a
Mm,
sense.
mm,
So
mm,
this is
mm.
the first round. First round is Super Junior versus N hyphen.
Studio.
This is so okay. Quiet, both of you. I will be the one to.
Okay,
Okay. That
so
Yuki, you first.
I just gotta say to just to preface also this, like I'm not a big engine.
Mm,
Is that
mm,
how you say that? So I know they're pretty solid though. It's like they're really up there. It's like we were happy with this list. I think
mhm.
like Chelsea, you were pretty happy with this list as well, right? Did you want to change any of it as far as top 16 goes?
No, I mean it's a very balanced mix of
Right?
generations
Mm.
too.
Yeah.
Um yeah, so it's just that I personally just am more familiar with other groups than I am with
Of
others.
Yeah.
course. Of
So
course.
yeah.
So,
It was the same for everyone.
yeah, and
So
that's probably going to be the same for a lot
yeah,
of us. So
ayun.
I'm just gonna say I'm gonna preface this, but I do know the stride that N hyphen is currently doing.
Exactly.
It's just very hard to argue
Mm.
what
Mm.
kind of influence Super Junior had. Let me say that had in the industry, past tense.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Kasi they're probably still obviously they're still very relevant, but probably more as either subunits or individuals.
Mm.
Where N hyphen is still being a relevant overall group.
Yeah.
So that's where I would want to make an argument towards N hyphen.
Yeah.
However, it's like Super Junior really probably started the paving the way kind of conversation.
Mm. Mm.
And that's why like I feel that Super Junior should take this, but we'll hear from Ashley and also Chelsea here. So Ash, can you say your piece before we hear from
Yeah.
Arbiter over here?
Uh, I think we have a a very like similar thought process. Just like how these days, definitely like N hyphen, rather, they definitely are still working their way towards. They're very active as a whole
That's
group,
true.
and they're still, making their mark, as opposed to Super Junior, who already made their mark
Yeah.
in K-pop. But
Hmm.
if we analyze the groups through that, then um what do you call this? What pambato would HOT and the older groups have compared to the newer ones in the list?
Mm,
Right?
yeah,
So
that's
like
true.
if we think of it as made their mark and still making their mark, then it might be a very uneven
Playing field.
way
Yeah.
of thinking.
That's right.
So I guess the way I was like approaching this is just like how much they were able to contribute to to K-pop, not in the sense of like amount, like not amount of awards, not amount of like, but more an impact.
Yeah.
And I guess in that sense, I am moving towards Super Junior. Mostly just because of like I know Super Junior was one of the first groups to have many members, and that
That's
really
true.
like paved the way for more like members in a group. And Hangeng was, I think, the first Chinese
Yep.
idol, right?
If I'm not mistaken, he was, right?
He was, right? Like
Yeah.
maybe one of the first, if not the first.
Yeah.
Well, Super Junior was also one of the groups who subunits,
Yes, that is
because
true.
they were a lot.
Mhm.
They had a lot
Because
of
they were a
members.
lot.
They were capable of having subunits, and
Yep.
that template, carried on forward into K-pop. Plus, they have songs that stood the test of time. They had "Sorry, Sorry."
They had "Sorry, Sorry," which is one of the national anthems of Korea.
Yeah, exactly. So
Not
it's
only
like,
Korea.
I feel like in that sense also, like songs, it's not about really how much awards it got or anything like that, but it stood the test of time. It's a song that's still relevant regardless of when it was released. So
It's
yeah.
good that we're making like this platform where
Mm,
this is our basis.
yeah.
And it's like I couldn't articulate it better than how you said it. So that's probably how we're going to be addressing all of
Mm,
these. But of course, the subjective conversations, that's where we're going to have more fun.
yeah.
So let me go to the arbiter before we get to the next one. Arbiter,
Hey,
is it really Super Junior?
I feel like, cuz before we go any further, like just establish the basis of what our decisions will be. It's
Okay.
Yes.
like
That's good.
Let's have a
Uh,
yeah,
parameter.
kasi
okay, sige.
para lang
Mm-mm.
balance. Cuz like
Love this,
for
Chels.
Mm.
Love what you're
others,
doing. Oh my god.
okay, I was literally like taking down notes. Okay. So, ayun.
So it's a chat.
Kasi nga, cause example for this, yun nga, I mean, of course, Suju is at an advantage because they've been there
Mm.
longer, and
Longer.
they've,
That's
Yeah.
true.
so which gives them the opportunity to accomplish more things, and
Mm.
while Enha is just baguhan pa lang, so they have yet
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
accomplish those
Fairly
things.
new compared
Fairly
to
new,
them.
but they're
Yes.
already
Mm.
doing really good already. But
That's
Mm.
true.
so, what is are we looking currently, or are we looking at their whole freaking career, so like
It's gotta be the career.
career
It's like because we're looking at the best boy group of all time.
of all time. Okay,
So
As
we're
of 2024.
as of
as of
2020.
2024.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. So the whole career.
So
Got it.
yeah.
Okay. So based on that, Suju nga, kasi based from what you guys have stated, it's their whole career, and Suju, based from what Ashley has stated, they've
Hmm.
started a lot of things that other groups are able to follow after. So bale parang
Yep.
Suju yung
Mm-mm.
naging guinea pigs for a lot of things that K-pop has been doing
That
now.
is definitely true.
So
Mm-mm.
I
Yeah.
think Suju can take this one, but all credits to Enha. It's just because they're still starting, eh.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
That's true.
They have so
Yeah.
much
so
potential.
this list can change year after year depending on how
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Enha's.
For
So
sure.
Mm-hmm.
yun lang, sa mga nakikinig po, dun po kami nanggagaling. Please po,
Yes.
dun lang po kami nanggagaling. Ang galing-galing ng
Yes.
Enha.
We're we're talking about all time here, and it's like N hyphen is really at a disadvantage, and this was like I said, it was randomized.
Yes. It
So
was a randomized
mm-mm.
list.
Yun.
Yeah.
So N hyphen, we all know are making strides right now. It's like they just sold out a concert
New
here
Clark
like a couple
City.
of days
Come
ago.
on.
Mm-hmm.
This
so
weekend. Yeah.
so yeah, so we were talking about like this group who are hella famous even here in the Philippines.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So we acknowledge and we know what kind of impact Enha is doing right now for K-pop.
Yes.
Yes.
It's just that if we're talking about all time,
Yep.
then the impact and the influence of Super Junior, not even purely due to longevity, but just the sheer amount of
Mm-hmm.
influence that they have in the
Mm.
industry is just probably even in the Mount Rushmore of boy groups. I would want to say,
Mm.
probably, arguably.
Bold statement.
So yeah,
Yes.
bold statement. Yeah, I know, but yeah, Super Junior wins this against Hyphen. Congratulations. Next one. This should be hopefully quicker. Oh, this is gonna suck for the both of you. So the next one is Shiny against TXT.
Ashley,
Ooh, it's gonna suck for
who did this? Who did this list? Like, who did this?
It's
AI did it.
randomized.
Oh
AI
my
did it.
god.
Why?
Why?
Um,
Okay.
first round,
Okay.
by the way. TXT Ash. I know, I know it's gonna suck. I know.
Yeah.
This is
I'm.
where it's
I'm.
the
I,
subject.
I'm
This is where the subjective, things go.
no.
But and it's like I look. Can I just say, TXT is pretty damn solid,
Dude,
right? It's
They
like
are.
they're a good
I
group.
have no sour taste in my mouth whenever I hear or talk about TXT. They are an amazing group. Top, it's like top 3 or top 5. No, at least top 5 right now.
Mm, mm, mm,
Currently
mm.
active. I am. It's like
Yeah.
I'm not even looking at anyone else when it comes to top 5s. Like I'm pretty sure it's like when you ask me about top 5, I can list my top 5 boy groups right now, and TXT is among them. But against someone like Shiny,
That's what I'm
I
saying.
just I just can't. It's like I can be as subjective as I could, and that's totally understandable.
Mm.
I'm a big Gen 2 fan, and a lot of
Yeah.
people will definitely point that out.
Us. That's
But
all of us here right
that's
That's
now.
all of
all
us
of us.
too.
All
Yeah,
three of us.
that's true. But it's like, but TXT, I gotta say, they're right now they're more relevant than Shiny. I just wanted to point that
Mm,
out.
Mm-hmm.
It's
mm,
like
mm,
they are really leagues farther from Shiny. It's like for the better.
mm.
But because of the overall impact, it was like what Shiny gave us throughout the years. And again, this might be like an argument of longevity again, and a lot of people will point that out, but it's just so different. It's like we can point out a Gen 2 or Gen 3 group against TXT, but TXT would still win it.
Yeah.
I can list you a list of names right
Yes.
now
Yes.
from Gen 2. But against Shiny,
Mm, mhm,
I
mhm.
can't. There's really
Yeah.
it's like shiny, shiny, shiny. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
On you, marry me. Fuck. Jeez.
Okay.
Agree. Agree. I agree with
Ashley.
you, Yuki.
Ashley is,
Yeah.
for those
Ash,
who
I gotta
don't
hear you.
know, Ashley
Mm,
is the TXT girly.
yep, that's right.
From all the people I know, Ashley is the TXT girly. So I
Yeah.
would want to know
Hmm.
what input she has on this.
Because you know TXT more than the both of us,
Yeah.
so maybe you can
Mm-mm.
also make an argument towards TXT
No,
against
but like
Shiny.
the thing is, I have to be fair. And as much as I love them so freaking much, like I've been at MOA since their debut. Even though I'm not so much caught up to what they've been doing these days, but I've seen how they grew and they grew really quick.
They did.
Mm,
And that's
that's
what a
true.
lot of second gen groups were not able to really do.
Mm.
I feel like the growth of second gen was very slow and steady.
Yeah.
But then in fourth and fifth gen, you can already sort of tell in the rookie years who's gonna be like big impact, blah blah blah, and those who are like not really hitting the mark, you
Mm,
know. And TXT is like one of those groups who were really quick to catch people's hearts and who really grew quickly. And when it comes to like music, definitely I I really do love TXT. TXT also has their whole universe thing. They have their whole concept and story
They have
that's
their
a little
kwangya.
bit.
Yes, sir. It's
Okay,
A
like
great.
lot of idol
BTS
groups have.
Universe
Yeah,
TXT
exactly.
version.
Fantastic.
And I was really. I think Chelsea would know how I was so into the TXT
Oh no,
universe.
I knew too. It's like I listened to
Yeah,
your podcast, like
yeah, it was just really so interesting. But then, like what you said, if we battle TXT with any other second gen group, maybe TXT would have won.
mm.
But if you're if you're
But it's
shiny,
shiny.
shiny is an idol's idol.
Yeah,
That's
You
true.
know,
yeah.
like a lot of second gen groups. A lot of second gen groups are idol's idol.
Mm.
So a lot of um fourth gen, fifth gen groups, even third gen groups who are super successful now. If you ask them who inspired them, who were their idols, they would say like Big Bang, Shiny, EXO, something like that. So as much as I want to say tasty, it's Shiny.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
Chelsea, tatanong pa ba natin to?
Hindi, kasi cause it's shiny. Like, like
Mm.
Yeah.
They're the first boy
I
group to
think
have a dance practice.
exactly.
Oh, that
And I
is
feel like
true. That's true.
kasi parang until today, cause you know how new gen fans, if you bring up a second gen group, they're gonna be like, yeah, they're not relevant anymore, whatever, ganon. But if you bring up
Mm.
shiny, they get it. Like
Mm.
like alam mo yun, may respeto pa rin pag sinabi mo shiny.
Mm-mm.
So,
Yeah.
and individually, the members are great. Like, put them anywhere, they're going to
Yeah.
succeed. So, shiny
Mm-hmm.
is
Mm-hmm.
their discography, the talent. Oh, okay,
Mm.
sorry.
That's true. The
So,
debut song,
Mm.
arguably top three
You
best
and
debut
I
songs
get
all
amen.
time.
along.
Yes,
It's
yes.
so
I
good.
still get tears
Yes.
in my eyes when I hear that.
That's
Me
true. Oh,
too.
me too. Oh my
You
god,
know, like
you girls.
like when Jonghyun was crying when they were singing Nuna no Muyepo, that was me. That's me when I hear
Yes,
that. So,
exactly.
shiny takes this round.
Shiny.
Yeah, and plus, like rising from the ashes after the tragedy of losing a member
Yeah.
is
Mm.
just it's
Mm-hmm.
like
Dude,
nothing you can do but respect them.
for sure.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
For sure.
You
Yeah.
know,
Like,
there's
And how
really
they like
nothing.
respect his,
yeah.
Yeah,
Something
absence,
that I like
yeah.
about Shiny is that they're solid. Like, they're stable. Like,
Yes, very.
Mm-mm.
yun talagang tingin ko sa Shiny. Like, whatever happens,
Mm-hmm.
Stable with regards to what singing.
that,
It's second gen.
Everything.
that. I mean, hello.
Everything.
Duh. Like,
And,
whatever happens, I know
Second
they're
gen.
gonna stick through it, like, together. And
mm-hmm.
that,
And they're
That's
alive
true.
and kicking until
for
now.
sure. And they're still so good at what they do until now. It's crazy.
They're
Yes.
not really the most scandalful
Exactly.
Mm.
group, no? Like
Exactly.
they're
Exactly.
fairly quiet. They're
That
goody
always
goody
gets
two
points.
shoes,
Gusto ko
and
rin ng
it's like
ganon. Okay.
ako din. Oh, wait, Chelsea.
Oy, eto na kasi, susunod na eh.
Susunod na ba? So, next one, we got NCT. Anyone an N citizen between the three of us? Like N citizen, I always said this on the podcast. N citizen is the best fandom name of all time for me. It's like
Really?
that. Yes, that kind of wordplay.
Mm.
It's like N citizen. It's like so fucking witty. It's like I can't
Mm.
even think of like what were the fandom names back then. It's like Sone, so on. You know,
So,
it's like it sucks. It's like Shawol.
elves.
It sucks.
Exotics
Elves,
before.
Exotic.
exotics. You know, it's like XOL wasn't really better either.
Yeah.
So, it's like I just wanted to point it out that it's like third gen N citizen is what the fuck. It blew my mind when I heard
Yeah.
it. It's
Yeah.
like
It
just
is
for
actually witty.
just for the fact that it's named N citizen, I wanted to be an NCT fan.
Nice.
It's like
Mm.
I wanted to
Nice.
dub myself. I was like, I'm an N citizen. What about you? It's like it's like
Nice.
fucking amazing fandom name, but it's gonna be NCT against Big Bang.
Start.
Okay,
Ashley, start.
Ash.
Go. Go. I really want to hear what you want to say about this.
Yeah. I got an argument towards NCT, by the way.
Mm,
Just
mm.
saying. Sige. But Ash, let's hear it.
Because the thing with NCT is that they had a very unique group structure that really made everyone question what was going to be the future of the group, because they had the whole unlimited number of
Yeah,
members.
they
Yeah.
had
They
like
can
48 members, right? At
yeah,
one
they
point.
can, they were a whole mega crew at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
then like they had the whole you can take a member in, you can take a member out, you can have different varieties. And then they had all these subunits with all different vibes or charms. So in terms of that, I feel like was able to reach a wider audience
Yeah.
because of that variety. And then you compare it to Big Bang, who we all know they don't give a frick about what other people think.
That's
They
true.
they do their own thing.
That's my
They're
argument.
very loyal to their color, to their sound and everything. And in that sense, they only reach the people who resonate with them.
Mm. Oh, that's so
Oh,
good.
wow.
Dude,
Oh
that's
my
so
god.
good.
What
That's
the
so good.
That was mind blowing.
Oh my god.
You just made this really interesting.
Spot on. Yo. Okay.
What the
So,
fuck?
but of course, you can't deny the fact that Big Bang they had a lot of firsts. They were the first to have
Have the
idols who,
scandal? No, I'm kidding. They're not.
I
They're
mean,
not.
what I was gonna say is that Ate Chelsea will confirm.
Okay.
They are one of the first boy groups who had a songwriter, writer and composer as an idol. Who yeah,
GD.
yeah,
Okay.
GD. One
He
of
made
the
it look cool,
first light
basically.
stick,
Oh yeah,
first
first
light
slice.
stick.
Yeah, Big Bang.
Yes,
Mhm.
like also I think one of the first to collaborate with Western artists.
Yeah.
Remember GD in Florida?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yep.
He was
Yeah,
one of the
That
first.
happened.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just like they also they set up a culture in K-pop that a lot more idols followed on, forward. And like I said earlier, Big Bang is one of the idols' idol. The one of the biggest boy groups these days, BTS. Their inspiration, Big
Big Bang.
Bang.
That's
So,
true. That's true.
uh, but if I had to pick, considering that this is our list,
Yep.
this is our
Yep.
greatest of all time. It's not necessarily everyone's greatest of all time.
Yeah.
If I had to pick the group that resonates with me, and despite how many scandals,
Jeez.
Okay.
Talk
like
about problematic, right? I mean,
For
yeah,
sure.
like
For
they're
sure.
very very problematic. But then I feel like back then, like second gen, they really filled my youth with memories worth keeping, and a lot of you can learn a lot as a person when you stand them. So I would say Big Bang, but I love NCT so much. But if I had to be objective as well, then I would say Big Bang. I do not like their scandals.
just to
Anyone who is a
make
fan
things
of
clear.
them does not mean they support their bad or wrongdoings. That's on them, not on their fans, okay?
Yeah.
But it's how fans react to those scandals that makes a good person.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say Big Bang.
I personally thought that I had a better argument, but when Ash dropped that bomb,
Dude. Bars. Oh my god. That was.
I can't follow that. But it's like just to be also on the NCT train.
Mhm.
Mm,
They've been making their own stride. I think
Sure.
NCT,
yes.
to be honest with you, it's like I think NCT kind of fell off of the train for a while, but you definitely see the kind of impact that they're currently having.
Mm,
And it's like if you're gonna take into account like what Ash said, that was initially my argument where NCT probably has like news and rumors here and there, but not to the extent that Big Bang has. Kasi Big Bang is really just
Literal Big Bang ang
like
pasabog ng mga
puta,
scandal.
what the
Ganon,
hell?
ganon.
It's like, dude, it's like one scandal after another, and I
Yeah.
was like, dude,
Mm.
it's like
Mm.
we need a timeout from you guys. Like, can
Yeah.
you not be in trouble within 365
Can you be
fucking
good
days?
boys for like
Yeah.
a
Or
year?
at least if you can't be good boys, like don't get fucking caught, It's like, I can't. That was my argument where
Mm.
NCT as a group, besides the songs, besides the impact that they currently have, they are not the most problematic group.
Mm.
And
Mm.
to the test of time, I do not see any kind of rumor or news that would make a bigger bang than what Big
Bigger
Bang,
band.
gave us. However, Jesus, Big Bang is such a solid group. I mean, it's like
Mm.
freaking Made as an album for me is the best K-pop album I have listened to of all time. Made, it's like doing that, like doing the MADE and then doing like the whole thing within a span of a year. It's just like that year was all Big Bang. And it
Mm-hmm.
showed you it shows like in MMA, in Mama, they did concerts in MMA and Mama. It's like fucking, it's
They
like,
made Mama their concert.
oh
I
yeah,
swear.
exactly. It's like Mama was a Big Bang concert. It's like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
disguised as an award show.
Yeah.
It was definitely a year that maybe in some other year I thought any other boy group could have won so and so, but that specific year, Big Bang really, and it was like the difference in skill and in impact within that year to from Big Bang to the second group were so far.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
That kind of impact we have not seen apart from probably BTS in the recent times. Pero BTS was a thing back then. It wasn't a thing against Big Bang though.
Mm.
So that that kind of impact I do want to point out, but NCT is just like a clean cut group. They're so stable. They're an SM group for crying out
Yeah.
loud. So that
Exactly.
they sing,
Mm.
It's
Mm.
like,
Mm.
and they're very pretty.
Yeah, they are.
So it's like
So
it's like
beautiful.
having it's like you guys are dancers. You would know that having
Mm.
more members in a group would just make it more aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they look pretty, they sound pretty, they dance awesomely, probably even better than Big Bang.
Oh, for
Like
sure.
I'm pretty sure
That's not.
because Big
It's
Bang
not
doesn't
even
dance
like
for
a.
shit.
Yeah.
It's like that's not a question.
Yeah.
So, but the kinds of songs that Big Bang made still
Mm.
resonates up until this
Mm.
day, and I just can't, in my right mind, give this to NCT. I just can't.
Mm.
Yeah. So.
You're not even gonna argue with that, Chelsea. You don't have an argument
No.
as a VIP.
Okay.
You're the biggest VIP out of the three of us.
No. 'Cause- no, because we're talking about impact, guys.
Mm,
We're talking
mm-mm,
about the group that just dropped Flower Road out of nowhere and it suddenly hit all-time kill. Like Rooftop.
that's true.
That's the
Mm-mm,
first time we've seen like the charts hit the ceiling in such a long time. That's the kind of
mm-mm.
like hello, we're talking about that kind of impact. And Big Bang was able to do that with just freaking Flower Road. Okay? And then they released um uh uh um uh Boom Yoram Galgil.
Uh,
And
that.
that that
That.
and then just watching that, and I feel like even if you're not a fan and just watching that, listening to the music, seeing the lyrics, you get a certain they get to evoke a certain emotion from
Mm.
you. They're
Mm-hmm.
able to pull that
Mm-hmm.
out, and I'm just like, this is crazy. So no, but just that na parang I bet you once GD comes back, dude, it's game over for the kids. Like it's game over. Like
Yeah.
I like
Mm-hmm.
Taeyang is Taeyang. Taeyang solid. Like
Mm.
he had a decent comeback. But we're talking about GD. Okay? Once he comes
What do
back.
you mean decent comeback? Like he had one of the best comebacks, like freaking Vibe and freaking what was the other one? Shit, Shung
Exactly.
was
See,
like so
nakakalimutan mo,
fucking
'di ba? Oh.
amazing.
So I am I'm the I am Taeyang biased. This is coming from a Taeyang
Same.
biased girly.
Same. Taeyang
So
bias.
like it was a good comeback. It was a great. I love the songs and all of that. I'm talking about metrics. I'm talking about numbers since that's what everyone's
Yeah.
focused on these
Mm.
days, right? So
Yep,
Mm.
that's true.
so I'm betting all my cards. Once GD drops that he's going to do a comeback, it's game over for everyone. I swear. No one would want to come back the same time he will because malulunod
Oh
lang
yeah, I
sila.
fear for them.
Cause that's Big Bang
Yeah.
before. Like I remember artists on
Mm.
Strongheart talagang they ask around like when's Big Bang's comeback? Oh, it's during this time. Okay, I'll move my comeback.
Yeah.
So hindi ko sila kasabay.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Ganon sila katakot sa Big Bang dati. So I
Strong heart. What
Mm.
the fuck?
stop.
It's like sobrang tanda na
I'm
natin.
sorry.
Yeah. Oh my
We
So
know strong
ayun,
heart.
so like I don't think NCT gets to evoke that yet from their fellow artists. I mean, they're
Yeah,
well
yeah, not yet.
respected as they
Mm-mm.
should. Like,
Mm.
sabi ko yet. Kasi 'di ba, hello, they're great
Yeah.
artists. We love them. I'm also an NCTzan. My gosh, I love
Yes.
NCT. Sorry. Pero
Yun na eh.
yeah, like NCT is great, NCT is solid. But if we're talking about impact, and ako pa yung nagsasalita, bibigay ko to sa Big Bang. So yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't. It's like I wouldn't want to say like it was close. I was like, we're not gonna go there. It's just that we're doing all time,
Yeah.
Mm.
so
Yeah.
it has to
I
be
feel
Big
like we
Bang.
can
It's
do
like
this
it
again
wasn't
after
close.
like 5 years when the
Oh
newer
yeah, after
Yeah.
5
when the
years,
newer
probably the
groups
list will be yeah.
exactly.
It might change.
Yes.
It's like the girl groups right now. It's like girl groups. Like I would probably even put someone like New Jeans in top 16
Oh, for sure.
already.
The girl groups
No,
are
right?
killing it, are
It's like
slaying it these
it's just
days.
so
I'm
competitive.
a girl
It's
group
girl group
stan these
season.
days. Mas nag-aano ako
Yeah,
ng girl groups ngayon. So,
hell yeah.
ayun.
So it's not that oh look at this group. It's like gusto lang nila yung mga older generations. It's not definitely true. Talk about
Mm.
girl groups, like I'm pretty sure it's like a lot of these groups won't even make the cut,
Mm.
you know?
Mm.
Oo.
So I just wanted to point that out. I wanted to preface this. So yeah, Big Bang. Sorry. It's like I'd love
Sorry.
to it's like like NCT, don't get me wrong, but it's like Big Bang's Big Bang. Next one. We gotta make this a bit faster, guys. Like
Okay.
we're already
Damn, ang
Yes.
we're
dami
at
nating
7 minutes.
sinasabi eh.
What the hell?
Okay.
2 p.m. Treasure.
I hate this. I hate this. I hate this so
Were we
much.
all were we all hottest at one point?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
Mm.
shit. I said this back then. Nikon was probably one of the most, if not the most handsome idol
Oh my
of his
gosh.
generation.
For sure.
And
He's a Thai prince.
it's
What do
like,
you
yeah,
talk
exactly.
about?
And then it's like I said this back then. I think it was even Chelsea that was guesting. It's like, or was it in Spill the Soju that I said this? Na
Yeah.
parang he dated Tiffany, and never have I felt like shit. Like I look like shit ever.
Yeah.
It's like you could have dated anyone else, Stephanie. It's like Tiffany being my ultimate bias for everyone. It's like, and then she dated Nikon and I was like, dude, you could have dated anyone else. It's like there's like 5 other members from 2 p.m. It's like, come on. You dated Nikon?
Yeah.
It's like never have I felt like shit ever. 2 p.m. probably created the kind of image that idols are still portraying right now, where it's like all fans are just like freaking thirsting for these people. And they kind of originated from 2 p.m. Like there were a lot of groups back then that showed thick skin in a sense and be all sexy on stage and shit.
Mm.
And but 2 p.m. were freaking monsters on stage. We all knew they could dance their hearts out because they're JYP. They're really good at dancing, and their songs are killers. And it did not hurt that they looked freaking fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Plus, they can sing. It's like
Yeah.
it was
They can
really the
sing, they
whole
can dance,
shebang.
they can rap,
Yeah,
everything.
it's like as much as I love Shiny, I looked at Shiny like boys, and 2 p.m.
Oh.
like men.
Oh.
And they debuted in the same year.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Exactly.
So 2 p.m. was just in a different league.
Mm.
That's my argument towards 2 p.m. I'm
Mm.
gonna leave the argument towards Treasure for you two to try and do.
Go
Oh my
Ash.
god.
Go Ash.
Okay, the thing is with Treasure, I feel like they're still exploring.
Mm.
The thing with Treasure is that, like any YG group, they're doing their own thing. They really, they're more, they're more focused on finding what uh they would rather do better as a group instead of like really thinking about like what other people want. And
Okay, yeah.
uh, for Treasure, I love them to death. Like
Yes.
I'm saying this now. I love them to death.
Yes.
I went to Japan for them. They're the only group I did that for. I would for all the other groups, I wait for them to come to the Philippines. I went to Japan for them.
So,
So
spend hard-earned cash.
yes, like
Exactly.
that's why I can say that even as a treasure maker, I feel like treasure is still finding what they really want to do. They're finding their niche.
Mm.
Ooh,
Like
okay. Shit,
and
Ash, like these bombs you're dropping. It's like what the hell?
I love
It's
her.
like a really good point. Mm.
yeah, because I'm telling you, I love them so much, but I feel like they're really still exploring. They're really still finding like what they want and finding that middle ground. That okay, that point where they're doing exactly what they want to do, and other people feel the same.
Mm.
Like other people are like receiving it the way that they want.
Yeah. Mm.
You know, and you would think like a boy group from YG, they would have already won like a triple crown or anything like that.
Mm.
Uh, they haven't yet, and that's okay. They are rookie of the year. Like they have all that awards. They have all these recognitions. They already have their stadium tours in Japan and everything like that. They're successful in their own right. And like I said with Big Bang, Treasure's like one of those groups that you know they reach the people who they resonate
Acquired
with.
taste.
Yes, you
Mm.
you need an acquired taste usually for YG groups in general.
That's true. That's definitely true. Yeah.
So
Per-
yeah, I think with Treasure they haven't reached the level of success for this tournament yet,
Mm.
Mm.
but they are already successful, especially to me. Like I pride myself in being a treasure maker. I obviously want them to just continue doing what they love, and it being successful is just a bonus, but I have to give it to PM.
Oh, that killed you inside. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's as much as I want to choose them, I feel like they are still growing, but they're growing slow and steady, and that's great
Yes.
Yeah.
because slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I really feel like later down the road, they will reach that kind of level of success and impact. But for now, 2 p.m. still has it because they're still alive and kicking as well. Until now, you still see a lot of the members. They're actors as well, and they're doing everything. So yeah, they need to do
Yes.
2 p.m.
I agree with Ashley. For those doubting
Yes.
our love for Treasure, I never do standing. I never do standing. But for Treasure, I
Yes.
did. And I spent the
Yeah.
most money on them from every group
Mm.
that I've ever stan. But
Mm-hmm.
I would still
Mm-hmm.
choose
Really?
2 p.m. Yes, sir. I won't
Yeah.
disclose how much.
At the
Wow.
Chelsea and I, we are
Damn.
wit
Yeah.
for treasure.
But I'd
But
have to
we
give
have to
it.
choose
I'd have to
and we
give
have
it
to give it
to the daddies. Okay? I
to the daddies.
like like K-pop groups are still trying so hard to pull off what 2 p.m.
Mm.
did before.
Mm.
And it's
Mm-hmm.
still
Mm-hmm.
just them. Sila pa rin yung nakaka-pull off
Yeah.
ng ganun until
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
now.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
Yeah, I couldn't think of any group that might come close to what they
Mm,
did. It's not like other groups aren't trying.
yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we all have our thirsts and shit, and it's like
Yeah.
that's totally understandable. But it's like 2 p.m. back
Oh,
then.
I
Oh
feel
my
like
gosh, you
though
should have seen them.
Woohoo!
there's a group that
Woo!
could have matched 2 p.m. if only they were managed right. And I think it was BIP.
Oh. No, iba
Ooh.
pa rin ang BAP sa akin though.
But like BAP's Warrior, like their debut,
Ah.
it had that same grungy, like hard
I
hitting
was I was also thinking someone like BAP or even Vix at one point.
Vix, yeah. Mm.
Hindi pa
But
rin.
Vix is
Vix.
Sa akin.
may ibang
Iba kasi,
vibe.
Like,
iba kasi si
like,
2 p.m. eh.
like, I get what you mean, but BAP is like we're going to fight people, you know? But like, but, like, 2 p.m. is more like they're gonna fight over me. Like, you know, like that's the vibe. Do you get me? Tama, tell me I'm wrong.
I do.
Tell me
Tama,
I
I'm
do.
wrong.
tama,
I do.
tama,
No, no, you're
tama.
right. 100%.
So that no,
That's the clip. That's the TikTok reel right there.
that's 2 p.m. I know, and other groups kasi they try pero ano lang, like one-off comeback concept lang siya. But 2 p.m. that was their entire career. Just them being, for lack of better,
Just
for
being
lack of better term, manholes. So
We could have said admirable, but
but we love that. But the ladies love that. Please don't post that on TikTok.
yeah.
Mhm.
But
I will,
We're
right?
the protect you kind of idols, yes.
but yes.
It's
So
like, yeah,
2 p.m.
I
because
can't.
they're
2
sexy.
p.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that's true.
Okay.
The next one, we'll try and get this. So, okay, this is probably going to be one of the most difficult ones. We got
Oh.
GOT7 and Stray Kids.
Ah!
Um,
Oh no.
I don't know. I was like, this is probably like the most competitive out of all these that I could think of. It's like Stray Kids really are in kind of a league of their own right
Mm.
now, where it's like I've seen them live and they are just like freaking bawling on stage. They are
mm,
they cook
Mm.
freaking amazing people.
5-star Michelin.
Oh my god. That's like they when I watched them live in AAA, it's like I was kind of asleep in some of them. It's like really literally asleep because I lacked sleep during AAA. But when Stray Kids came out, they were just like freaking. It's like I don't know, like some of these people are idols, but Stray Kids, they're performers.
I love that.
They
Exactly,
I love
yes.
that.
they just hold the crowd.
Yeah.
It's like
Mhm.
you know how 17 does it. It's like I only
Yeah.
watch BSS. It's like Ali's on the 17 train right now. I've been telling her, it's like, please do not start that. I beg you. It's like don't get like well within. It's like freaking 17. And I just like I remember whenever I think of 17 and Stray Kids, that's always like a point of comparison towards them. Like these two groups, they are freaking solid performers. And that's why it's like I love got sevens. Like I kid you not, I like they are just like they made such amazing songs. They were ended too soon because of horrible management. I thought they could have done so much more to help even usher in the current generation
Yeah.
because they're Gen 3.
Mm.
But Stray Kids, I feel they've been they've hit their stride already, which I personally feel like Stray Kids is a better group
Mm,
against GOT7.
yeah. Okay.
Ooh,
I don't know about
interesting.
you guys.
Ash.
I agree so hard that Stray Kids are powerful performers.
Damn, they're
Like
so good.
these, like for boy groups, one of the like monster performers are like Stray Kids, 80s, the boys. Like they know how to really like pull off
They
an
got
like
you. They
like a
got you.
performance, like
Mm-mm.
like a very theatrical performance. It's very entertaining, but like a part of me like sort of feels like that Stray Kids as a whole very strong, but when you separate them, when you
You made another argument really difficult. Oh
when you
no.
make them into like solos, I feel like they won't be able to hold the same ground as they would have as a group. But then GOT7, we see already that as a group they were freaking strong. They had the flips and everything, and
As
even
individuals.
as individuals, they hold their ground. As individual,
She got you.
freaking
She
Jackson
got you,
Luan
man.
has his
She got me.
own empire
She got my
in
number. I hate it.
like individually. Even the GOT7 members, they ha- their they have their own way to survive the industry and still
Oof.
continue the impact of GOT7, because even if they're separated, they still have that whole format, right, of
Yeah,
being able
come
to
back as a group.
perform as
Yeah.
GOT7 outside JYP. So there's that sustainability in terms of their name. Yes, go
May I
at the
also
Chelsea.
add that it was through the GOT7 issue that a lot of idols were able to find out how to keep their name even after
Yes.
um
Mm.
ending a
Yeah, I
contract,
think it was through
because
GOT7 that people now realize that they can still be a group even without their own original management.
yeah. So I think they pulled off like a
You just have to like fight for it, right?
yeah.
And they were able to do that.
Yeah.
So
So that's
I would say GOT7.
I would say, dude, props to you, Yuki. Great argument. But Ash,
Yeah. I think so too.
but
It's
like,
like she had me beat there.
okay, but like just one sentence from you both, like impact from both groups, because that's what we're talking about.
Mm.
That's the metric. So if we were to talk about impact, what is Stray Kids
For
able to contribute,
GOT7,
or
together
what
or
is got
individually,
seven? Okay,
for me, they can last longer.
okay. You three.
So
Beat
hard.
it.
It's like, look, I personally think Stray Kids like would had more impact as a group,
Mm.
but if we're gonna make an argument as individuals, I don't think they're there yet.
But we're talking about
So,
groups.
Oh.
well, it's like Ash also made an argument that GOT7 had like tremendous impact
Mm,
when they were still active.
mm,
So I'm gonna leave this to you, being the arbiter. It's like I feel that she made a better argument,
yeah.
but it's like I don't know. It's like I just feel that Stray Kids really are hitting. It's like in terms of popularity, though, I think Stray Kids are more popular now
Mm.
than
Mm.
GOT7 was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I'm gonna make my argument and end it there.
Okay.
Um, I think that's my best one. Even it's like, but Ash made like what the hell? It's like I hate it. I hate that she got my number. But yeah, Ash like made really good point. I
I
don't know. I'll leave it to you.
Shemay,
I'm fine with
isa to
either.
sa mahirap eh. Kasi,
Yeah,
for
very
once,
Yeah,
competitive.
this
because
is
for
hard.
once, we have a newer group who can actually contend to an older group.
To an older group.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
alone gives Stray Kids a lot more leverage in this
Yeah.
situation. So, but
Exactly.
GOT7, ang sa'kin, if you pin GOT7, I love GOT7. I love GOT7. If you pin GOT7 against the other groups that they were active with during that time, sino-sino ba sila? EXO, BTS,
Shiny.
Mm. Mm.
and then GOT7. Ito sila yun Meron
They
pa ba?
were the top three. Yeah,
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 they're
yeah,
the
yeah.
top 3. Never mind, I take it back. Lakas rin pala nila eh. Malakas rin GOT7, but mas parang na-overpower din sila nun eh ng other
Yeah.
groups before. Stray
Yeah.
Kids rin kasi malakas. Ang hirap nito, shoot the bells.
Yeah, I know.
This is
Yeah.
It
so hard.
is.
You wanna get back to that? It's like let's go on a different one
Yeah,
first.
let's go.
Or do you
We're gonna
wanna?
waste our
Okay.
whole time
Yeah,
here.
because yeah.
Meron,
Well,
have we done 17 yet? Not yet.
no, not yet.
Okay.
That's the next one. 17 against Czechies.
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't know Czechies that much. That's why I can't. I feel like I won't be able to make a reasonable
I
Ikaw, Yuki.
decision.
I think you're
I would I would make an argument almost similar, not almost similar, very similar to Stray Kids and GOT7, where I think 17 right now is the top boy group currently. They
Along
are
with
really like the
BTS.
best.
no,
It's
for
like,
sure.
well, BTS isn't active right now.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
thing here. Where 17 is highly active. They're
Mm,
creating tremendous
mm,
songs, doing variety shows and, God knows what. And
yeah.
they just have the benefit of being seen more. And this is
Mm,
where this first gen versus fourth gen conversation will definitely favor fourth gen a whole lot.
yeah.
Czechies at the time were really solid too. It's like
Yeah.
HOT and Czechies were really just
Dude,
up and up right there. They
insane.
really
Yeah.
started
They started
they
everything.
started everything.
Yeah.
Plus like they did so well individually as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's always something very nostalgic when you
Mm,
hear a Checky song. At least like as a K-pop fan, it's like as a multi stan. I don't want to say like I'm the biggest Checkies fan because I
Mhm.
wasn't. It's like I didn't really
yeah.
follow them. Although I
Same.
know of their impact because I started in second gen and I've seen them in variety shows. I've listened to my idols idolizing these
Mm,
people.
exactly.
So I know the impact that Checkies and even HOT has.
Hmm.
But 17 is such in a different league right now.
Mm,
And
mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
what I said in Stray Kids and Got 7, very similar to that. That I think 17 exceeded the popularity of Checkies
Yeah.
already
Yeah.
Mm,
in K-pop. But again,
yeah.
we have the benefit of the internet. We have the benefit of shows. They
Mm,
fans right now don't have to wait for content. It's
Yeah.
like people can go live whenever. It's
mm,
like
mm-hmm.
they're in the bathroom regardless if they're pooping or not. Like God knows what. It's like if they want to go live, they can.
Yeah.
And Checkies didn't really have something like that.
Yeah.
So just like not just because of that but those are one of the biggest points where
Mm-mm.
that's why I feel like 17 has this
Yeah.
in the bag because
Yeah.
Czechies didn't have that kind of benefit.
Mm-mm.
Valid.
In a very similar line of thought, I just feel like 17 in their span of career and with Czechies in the same span of their career, like let's say if we give a 5-year limit to each
Mm-mm.
group, I
Mm,
feel like 17 was able to do a lot more
that's
in
true.
Exactly.
in their 5 years than
Exactly.
Czechies
Then
were able to
Czechies.
do in a 5-year limit. Like just theoretically speaking, but based on like how much they were actually able to do, I feel like 17 was able to do a lot more. And it's not because Czechies did not have the potential to do it. It's just because of resources,
Yeah.
culture
Mm.
Oh, they
differences
had
as
they had
years
all the
went by.
potential. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, this round's a very technicality issue
Yep.
because first gen and fourth gen is too far apart to really
Yeah.
put them on
Equal.
like a same level, to really like same plane to
Yeah.
Yeah.
re- really give a good evaluation. And I feel like 17 really, like what you said, they've exceeded what Czechies was able to do for K-pop right now,
That's true.
as of now.
Yeah.
And there's no sign that 17 is stopping because they are literally one of the best top
Mm.
performing boy groups in any area, in any aspect.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, I
I
would say
agree.
17.
Yeah. No, the 17. But Checkies kasi, for those who don't know talaga, Checkies, they were big. Like, they were freaking
Yeah, they were
massive.
big,
Like, insane. It's, ano lang rin kasi, it's really not equal because K-pop then was very localized. So
small.
it was just
Yeah,
Koreans,
Korea. Yeah,
mostly Koreans taking part of
maybe a
that.
little
Yeah,
Japan or China, but
exactly. So
yeah,
it's very contained during that time. Unlike
mm,
17 now, who has the benefit of globalization, technology, and all of
worldwide.
that.
Yeah,
Um, but yes, I would agree. Um, 17 is ang galing lang ng 17.
ang galing lang talaga.
And if we're talking about slow and steady, 17 is slow and steady. Their growth has been the
Mm,
most, like, their journey has been the most organic rise
yeah.
to the top
Mm-hmm.
that I've
Mm-hmm.
seen
Ooh, love that.
in a
That's
long
right.
time. They're not just like, oh, hit agad, ganon. Like, they've just
Yeah.
been, you know,
They
inch by
started in a
inch.
green practice room, and from there, it just started
Yeah.
getting more colorful
So
for
yun,
them.
and I feel like
Plus,
that helped them grow,
they have one of the best boy group songs of all time for me.
which
It's
is,
Which
like
is,
"Pretty You."
hey,
"Pretty You" was in
mm,
my "Pretty You" is in my top 25 best boy group
ready pa?
songs all time.
Not yet.
It's like what
mm.
an awesome song.
Yeah.
The rap part at the end kind of ruined it for me, but it's like I just wanted to point that out.
And
It
the
was
fact that,
it's like it
oh
wasn't
yeah,
needed. It wasn't a necessity to put that. It's like they
mm,
could have
yeah,
ended it with just, you
mm,
know,
Okay.
whatever. But
yeah.
yeah,
And the
just
fact
wanted
that
to say.
every single member has something to do with their music. Full, like literally everyone hands on deck.
Yeah.
You don't really get to see that a lot
Okay.
in
Yeah,
groups.
Next.
not in my right mind.
Next na natin.
Um,
Because any of these,
next na.
all of these are so hard. Okay. Hey, anong unahin natin?
Look, can we go with BTS HOT first
Okay.
again?
Damn.
Oh my god!
Damn.
Oh my god! Oh my
Let's
god!
go.
Wait,
Shoot!
I want to point out
Damn.
that I think HOT and Checkies were really
They were
combating
it.
at one
They
point,
were it.
but
They, yeah.
but I thought HOT had a better career compared to
Yes,
Checkies.
agree.
Mm, mm,
Agree.
mm, mm,
Mas,
mm,
Mm.
mas
mm.
maganda
And
yung
they
Na, na,
released
na,
trajectory
like
ng
na,
HOT.
exactly, and they really had like really decent songs. Everyone in Korea knows them. It's
mm,
like obviously the older fans would definitely know them compared to the younger
mm,
fans where we are today. Um, but HOT really started almost everything. It's
Mm.
like
mm,
any kind
mm,
of image towards some kind of like any of your idols, someone in your current idol group had something from HOT
Mm.
mm,
because of just even training,
Mm.
kinds
mm,
of
mm.
songs,
Yeah.
attitude, things like that. And this is also coming from a time where it wasn't really open for a lot of these groups to do the things that idols are
Mm,
currently
mm.
doing right now.
Mm. Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's like it's a pretty open society currently, even in Korea compared to back then, in the 1990s. So the 90s is just very different.
Ano?
But
Mm.
Mm.
Mhm.
BTS is just like freaking
Mm.
broke barriers
Yes.
that no amount of people thought a K-pop act would ever do.
Yeah.
There was
Yes.
always that kind of conversation back then where the glass ceiling is way too high to
Mm,
breach because of the language barrier, because of the kind of music they produce, because of the members and things like
mm,
that. But man, did this group just change the whole trajectory of K-pop as an industry and as a genre. Pre BTS, we were the niche market.
mm, mm,
After
mm.
BTS, like after Boy with Love, actually, if I wanted to pinpoint, because pre Boy with Love, it wasn't really like Danger wasn't really
Yeah.
the
Mm,
song, Blood Sweat Tears kind of it's like solidified themselves in K-pop as a top contender. But
Mm-hmm.
Boy With Love, when that happened, just broke every barrier that we thought K-pop couldn't.
Mm.
And because of that, because they changed the whole landscape of K-pop, I gotta give this to BTS.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
so, it's like,
Honestly, copy paste.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
the difference is so stark.
Yeah.
what can you do?
You can't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, like literally the whole about breaking the whole ceiling of K-pop. That's what
Mhm.
BTS really did. Even though they were not the ones who started the road back then, they definitely opened it up more
They can
for
definitely
every.
close it even. It's like if
Yes.
K-pop ended with BTS, like we are all happy.
Yeah.
You know, it's like something
Mm.
that I can even say. Probably
Yeah,
something controversial. No hate on HOT.
yeah.
I love HOT. Their members are hella funny,
Yeah.
somewhat problematic, but
Yeah.
hella funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're just like a
Mm-hmm.
joy to watch.
Mm.
Yeah.
But BTS is just like on
There's
BTS
another
is
level.
there's no argument here
Mm.
because love
here,
them or
yeah.
hate them, BTS did that. So
Yeah.
we gotta give this to them. Okay, last one for the
Mm-hmm.
first round. First round. Thank
Yeah.
God.
First round. Then we'll get to our break. TVXQ and EXO.
Buti na lang di
These
talaga ako nagaan.
are these the first two groups that came from the same company? We
No,
got
we
2
got
PM
yeah,
Treasure.
we got GOT7 and Stray Kids.
Oh fuck yeah. And we haven't even decided on that yet.
Exactly. This one's
So
another problem.
yep,
My God.
this is another problem.
Because both of them are record breaking groups.
Mm.
That's true.
Both of them are record breaking groups. Both of them
Can I
have had
just
their fair share of scandals as well.
That's
Yes.
true. Yeah.
So
But like I don't feel like a lot of the scandals, not a lot, but some of the scandals or some of the bigger scandals from EXO weren't really warranted. If you get what I mean.
mm,
It's like it wasn't really like something that people should have said that this is a scandal, blah blah blah. It's like it was, but at the same time, it's like it's not supposed to be, if you
mm,
get what I
Mm.
mean.
yeah.
But TVXQ at one point they were like all over the news, like all over. Everyone was talking about Dongbang Shinki and what happened and how messy it was having to
Mm.
make
Mm.
TVXQ and JYJ as two separate entities. It just sucked at that time. But man, these two.
Ang hirap Ang hirap niya. Mahirap to.
I heat up. I cannot think of anything that could
We're
break
all
even.
XOLs, I think.
Yeah.
Like we're pretty up there.
Literally,
Yeah.
DBSK was the first boy group I liked, and
Oh
EXO was the
shit.
next. Literally, like
Oh
these two I
no,
grew up with.
Ash.
Yeah.
I just like,
Yeah. And for me, like talking about impact, the whole thing that happened with Dongbang Shinki, you would I think it helped, you know, ano yon, keep the trainees
Set a
and
bar.
idols more safe. Like they were given
Mm,
like
yeah.
rights or all of that.
Protection.
You'd think that
Yeah.
they will apply that with EXO, but they didn't. So
Of course not. This is SM we're talking about. What the hell?
yeah.
yun lang.
So
They're both because ang sa akin, Dongbang Shinki, again, XOL here, Dongbang Shinki, they were able to do so much. Like, ang laki ng reach nila nun eh. Like, they were so big.
Mm.
And this was
They
pre-internet
they had a Guinness World
era.
Record
Exactly. So this
the,
was,
as a fan because they had the biggest fan base at the
yeah.
time.
yeah, Cassiopeia.
So this was everyone was on the internet era. They were able to break those
Mm.
records being, without all the access that
Without
we
the
have.
benefit of
Exactly.
social media.
Exactly.
Mm.
But then here comes EXO, who
Mm.
who's also able to do so much with their freaking career. That
Yes.
and they're still strong.
I
So
I thought the trajectory of EXO, in a short span of time, they broke like everything.
they did.
It's like probably
Mm.
even arguably today, probably the fastest rising K-pop group
Mm.
of all time.
Yeah.
It's like we can make that argument, right?
Yeah.
It's like Mama and Wolf. Like Mama was awesome, Wolf was trash, and
Growl.
then
And then they hit
Growl
you with growl.
happened.
Oh,
Puta, what the hell is just like freaking amazing song.
yeah.
And in my right mind, objectively, I'm gonna give this to EXO.
Phew. Ash.
I would honestly give it to EXO as well.
But
Okay.
Ash, like you're the one
No,
that
I
followed
know.
those
babes.
two groups.
Exactly.
Babes, think of this. My erotic versus growl.
Oh no.
Exactly. I'm the devil's advocate here. Like you freaking know not
No, but
one
then
heck.
yeah,
Wrong.
but then if you
God
if
damn
you
it.
but you have that one song compared to like Growl
Ah,
for Snow.
okay.
What is love?
Galing mo dun. Galing mo dun.
Okay.
May point ka
Then
Okay.
you
dun.
have the solos of the
May
members.
points ka
Okay.
dun.
You have
Shh.
Mm-mm. So
Did I catch you there?
yeah, you always catch us. Damn it.
Galing.
Did I catch you in at the Chelsea?
I miss him.
Magaling
Okay.
to. Magaling tong co-host mong to, no?
Oo. Love ko
Yes.
yan. So,
Lupit eh.
And because like I feel like with EXO, they had a competitor as well,
Mm.
but they were able to match
yeah.
it. Because around TVXQ time, there wasn't really that. Well, I think there was Super Junior, but TVXQ was a little bit more senior than them, right?
Yeah.
So they were a little bit more ahead. They had
Mm-mm.
a good start. But you had EXO BTS. You had EXO BTS GOT7. You had them starting around the same time, and EXO was still able to like hold their head up high.
Oh yeah, it was so different too.
Dude.
Like back then,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like EXO was in another level. Like
Yeah. They
operating.
had a
Unstoppable.
very solid concept. A concept that not a lot of groups had, especially back then.
Mm.
I think they were one of the first few had like a legit solid
Group concept.
universe
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
concept. BTS did not start that. EXO. It was around EXO's time.
Yeah.
Like
That's true.
EXO. And like I also feel like when it comes to like vocals, rap, dance, it was a little bit more well-rounded. I feel like EXO really had a really good, mix of that. And it's just to give it to EXO. TVXQ, DBSK was my first group, okay? Like, they are my men. Like,
Alam mo, I would agree naman, ibibigay ko rin to sa EXO, but with the dance and singing, I feel like Dongbang was just a great balance. Like, EXO had
yeah.
more
I mean, yeah.
members.
Yeah.
So every,
More
like,
members to
exactly,
balance
to
it
balance
out.
it
That's
out.
true.
But individually, Dongbang, kaya na
Yeah,
lahat, di ba?
True,
So,
true. If you just see Merotic, every one of them, oh,
yeah.
Purple
Rar.
Line, oh,
Exactly.
Rar.
Yun lang.
like, oh my
Rar.
god.
Okay.
The
Rar.
thirst.
I'm sorry.
Jeez.
Oh gosh. Ganun talaga kapag mag-isa sa Valentine's Day. Okay. So, so we're gonna give this to EXO because Ash
Yeah.
really
Well-
did a great argument na when I said Merotic
Mm-mm.
versus Growl. And she was like, oh yeah, but that's Merotic. But we have First Snow, Growl, and everything. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So, EXO, okay.
Well, what was that
First
ballad
Christmas
song?
album, right? Didn't
Yes,
EXO also
First
do the
Snow.
first
Mm-mm.
K-pop Christmas album? Yeah.
That's right.
Mariah Carey.
What was that song? Na, 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 ja-
Don't go.
What was that song?
Don't go.
Oh wow, what a song by EXO, pucha.
Okay.
It's like
Sige.
so good.
Balikan na natin Stray Kids GOT7. Okay?
And then let's get to our break.
Okay.
Stray Kids GOT7. Who
What
do
did
we
you
give this
decide
to?
at the Chelsea?
You know what? Because it's such a hard decision, I'm gonna give it to Stray Kids.
Oh.
Because
Ooh.
no, why? Because the fact that we're having such a hard time, even if GOT7 has had a longer career and Stray Kids is just
Exactly.
here, I feel like that merits
Agree.
something.
Agree.
Alam mo yun?
Agree.
Na,
I'm
Yes,
not gonna
agree.
argue with that.
diba?
Yeah, for sure.
But
Agree.
Like Ashley made such a great argument, by the way. Just gonna say that's why it was so difficult.
exactly.
But
It was Ashley's argument that made it a lot more difficult. I agree. But
Mhm.
like just the fact that it's taking us such a
Yeah.
long time when in fact it should favor the older
Let's
group,
give it to Stray Kids.
diba?
Yeah,
Gusto ko ibigay
that's
na lang
right.
to sa Stray Kids. So, that's what
Yes.
we're here to do. Okay. Perfect.
That being said, we'll end the show here. I think I'm gonna split this into two parts.
Perfect.
It's so long. It's like
Again, hello.
so
What's new?
you gotta listen. You gotta listen to our next episode where we go through the semis. Oh, not the semis, like the quarterfinals, the semis, and the finals. So
Woo.
that's the show. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you for part 2. See you guys. Bye.
The Kingdom Podcast is brought to you by the Kingdom Podcast creative team, executively produced by Dustin Sese and presented by the Bunk Collective. You can find us on Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok at the Kingdom Pod PH. All episodes are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. For inquiries, please email us at thekingdompodph@thebunkph.com. And don't forget to visit thebunkph.com/thekingdompodph. Thanks for listening to the show and see you next time.